Okay, reaction video. We finally got a new deep dive I could actually watch and learn from instead of like a minute or 2 minutes or fucking whatever. I'm not gonna pull up the video for the founders pack or anything like that, but I will go ahead and talk about it real quick just since they did announce that you'll be able to do pre-orders on the 15th of April. That is this upcoming Monday. It is currently the 11th. To guarantee game access for our closed alpha weekend test events this May, along with a ton of other in-game loot, including crushed-in skins and all that stuff, avatars, badges, and more, blah, 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 blah. Double your legacy gems, so remember that. And just to quickly go back over this, since we'll be able to purchase them now. Let's see, did they add any new info to this? Starting April 15th to guarantee game access for the closed alpha. Same thing there. Don't forget purchasing double your legacy gems. I still personally have questions about that I have not had answered. The support ticket stuff through the high res accounts doesn't really answer the questions very well. I mean, they answer it, but they usually refer you to one of their news pages or their fact pages, and the fact pages don't answer the question that I have. If anyone knows who I could reach out to on like Twitter or X, whatever you want to fucking call it, let me know, because I have questions since I played on console and Xbox or on and PC for a while, so I have questions. Point is though, double your legacy gems. Mark calendar, yeah, whatever. Okay. Uh, you can get it on Steam, Epic Games. That's surprising. I mean, it makes sense with Unreal 5. PlayStation, Xbox, Founders Editions will be available for purchase all the way up until the free play launch. Good. Different versions. Yes, so your basic version, you get full game access, all the gods, Founders Badge, the Cacodemon Ymir skin. So keep in mind, you can only get the Cacodemon Ymir skin during the closed alpha. He will be available. I think it says somewhere else that he will be available to purchase later, but until then, you can only get it if you pre-order during the closed alpha time. I plan on doing it. I'm gonna waste $100 because I play Smite way too much. And then 2 times legacy gems. If you go for the $60 version, you get the cross-gen Night Stalker Neath skin, the Ascension passes for 11 alpha launch weekend gods, which the Ascension passes are essentially their new system for your masteries or worshippers, however you want to look at it. And I've said this before, games like League, Dota, they have these in those games as well. So it was only a matter of time before Smite implemented something like that, but it is a way to reward you for playing the gods and gaining masteries and worshippers and all that stuff. And that is part of the $60. If you take a step up, you also get that tier 5 Zeus skin, which it looks really good in my opinion. More avatar badge titles, whatever, I don't care. And then the Ascension Pass for the first 23 alpha gods. I'm assuming this is all of the gods that will be in the alpha. I don't know if they'll be adding more during the alpha, or if it's going to be like, hey, this is what's available during the alpha, and then once we go into beta, then we'll start adding gods. That will be interesting to see. They will be giving keys, it looks like. Signed up for the alpha access via the website, blah blah blah. Xbox players will also need to have an act. Okay, that makes sense. If my accounts are linked, will I get Smite 2 game access? No, only granted on the platform where you purchase a Founders Edition. And here's the thing too, that's why they also had you link. So my account I linked through Steam because I want to focus on PC first. I don't want the confusion like with how it is with Steam right now, where I have a shitload of achievements that are not unlocked in Steam, and that pisses me off. And I am sitting on one fucking achievement left on the Xbox. I could tear my fucking hair out. I'm gonna post about it later. If my accounts are linked, will I be able to use the Neath? Yes, this is what they've been saying. Yeah, you'll be able to use it on all platforms, as long as you purchase for the Smite 2 Founders Edition, blah, blah, blah. If I wait for the closed alpha weekend, purchase Founders Edition. Wait, and if I wait until after the closed alpha weekend test period to purchase a Founders Edition, will I still get the Cacodemon? Okay, so yes, you do have to purchase it during the closed alpha period. Once you get into beta, you will no longer get the Cacodemon Ymir skin. You will have to purchase it later. Yeah, the skin will be available for purchase separately in SMITE 2 in the future. So if you want it early, buy a Founders Pack during the closed alpha period. Deluxe Founders, Ascension Pass, what are those? New Mastery System, like I was saying before. Still Master Gods as normal if you don't own an Ascension Pass, but you get a lot more rewards if you do. So, their own little way of rewarding you even more for purchasing it. Again, I'm curious how they're going to do that later. Like how, as they add more gods, if they're going to have like, oh, here's a new one for this god, new one for this god. That's what I'm interested in. Founders Edition cosmetics will be available for use in SMITE 1 immediately after purchase of a Founders Edition. That makes sense. You may have to relog in to receive your content. That's perfectly fine. I don't think they've given a date for when the closed alpha weekend starts. They've just said May. So, from there, I do also kind of want to touch on this. Okay, I guess I'll go here then. There it is, just real quick. They did mention safety account security updates. I don't know what this entails, like this no Steam, no Epic. I have no clue what that is. I think maybe it's how it launches the game, because I know mine launches through Steam, so maybe this keeps it from launching through Steam or Epic. Very large percentage of cheats and exploits utilize specific game state windows only present with these. Oh, so this is how some people were getting by with cheats. Okay, that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Linking your high-res account to a Steam or Epic Games account will be required after the 11.4 update in order to play SMITE on PC. Good. It took them long enough. Maybe that'll fix the achievements. Hopefully. I hope. And then just to quickly go over really interesting skins. I mean, they're cool, I guess. I mean, this one definitely looks good. They all look good in SMITE 2, for sure. SMITE 1, they're kind of meh, you know? They're okay. I definitely like how they look in SMITE 2, though. I don't think there was anything crazy. 600 gems for the pass. Oh, okay, so the pass is actually these. Operation chest. Oh, these are the Immortal Honor skins. Okay, so if you purchase the Immortal Honor thing, because it was like 8,600 gems or whatever, these will be the next two free skin. Well, free, quote unquote. They're the next two skins that come in that, which is the Immortal Honor. This is your cross-gen pass, and then this is a new chest that they're adding. Why they didn't just add this with Loki since Operation Chest, you know? I don't know. It makes sense. Free track items, yeah, sure, whatever. Bug fixes, I don't think any of this matters for me. I mean, I'm interested in a lot of this stuff. I already read through some of it before. What kills me, though, is all of this stuff, especially with SMITE being so late in the game already. But hey, it makes sense. At least they're doing it now. And honestly, this is stuff they may not have even figured out how to do or realized that they could fix these things until they started working in Unreal 5. Who knows? I'm not that talented with game design yet, so I don't know, and I have no fucking experience in Unreal 3. And my experience in Unreal 5 is still very amateur, like completely. So, but my guess would be working in Unreal 5, they may have realized some of these things and said, oh, we can actually fix a lot of this stuff, so let's go ahead and fix it with the lead up to SMITE 2. Interesting way to look at it, but hey. So we are going to go ahead and hit this now.
Let me tell you, taking SMITE into UE5 was very, very exciting.
Oh, I bet. Working in a current engine is probably fucking insane.
And SMITE 1 has been going on for over 10 years. And with SMITE 2, we didn't want to just like do everything from scratch.
But we do need to modernize it. And one of our
Oh,
primary
that looks
goals is
good.
to ensure that the game feels better to use all around.
Working on SMITE 1 in UE3.
I'm sorry, what was that? So bet? What was
UE3.
Did you see that? Look at this. What is so bet? Oh, maybe this looks like it's just filler text.
Working on SMITE
Team
1 in
Morgan Le Fay.
UE3
XX
was
weed
a
enjoyer.
pretty dicey implementation process. Everything had to be done with Flash.
Flash is an
Oh my god, you gotta be shitting me. I didn't know that.
outdated, unsupported program. So we couldn't really build the UI. And a lot of the things that we wanted to do, we just couldn't achieve using Flash.
It's fucking wild.
Moving into Unreal 5 from Flash has been really great. We can flex our creative muscles and we can use the tools such as
Ooh, that's kind of clean. Look at that.
creative
Sorry.
muscles, and we can
That actually looks clean. I like that. Is that the old Odin? No, that's new Odin. I'm sorry. Yeah. Just putting this out there. With what I know, you can do like tons of UI shit in Unreal 5. I've done a very minimal amount of UI stuff, so like with what you can do, it's pretty crazy.
use the tools such as UMG and using materials and doing animation.
Oh my god, this looks so good. I mean, it's it's kind of. I think I've heard some people say that it kind of looks mobile gamey from previous gameplay videos and deep dive videos. But at the same time, like, I feel this looks very clean. It's very simple. This is still very early alpha as well. And for early alpha, this looks really good. It's very minimal, very quick. It gets the points across. 3 health a second. Damn, that's hardly anything. It tells you exactly what you need to know.
An example would be whenever your ultimate ability is ready to be used, we now have an effect that it's just a small burst that's telling you like, hey, you have this really cool thing, come and use it.
Our artists are working.
Oh, geez. Oh, man, the new shop looks good. It honestly reminds me
Come and use it.
of when the game first came out, in a way. This will be very interesting, dude. The moment I get alpha access, I planned on doing god guides. Not necessarily like, oh, you should build this way or you could build that way. I might do that kind of stuff, but mainly explaining the god and then their abilities and ways you can play them, that kind of stuff like that. That's what I'll be looking into doing going into SMITE 2, just for reference. So I'm going to spend a lot of time looking at a bunch of these items, figuring stuff out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Our artists are working color schemes into the items. So that when
Okay.
you hit the tab button and you look at your opponent's items and see a swath of green and blue, whew, they might be kind of tanky.
We're also
And that makes
looking
sense,
at
yeah.
ways to present players with options at the start and give them reasons to build each, choices to build each.
For example, we are adding a new tooltip system where whenever you hover over an ability, it's just going to give you tiny little description. So a
Okay.
new player can just
I'm
get
sorry,
the-
wait, what? What did that say? Active item is consumed, then heals 25 health per tick, 8 ticks over 7 seconds. Can be stacked up to 3 times. Oh, okay. I thought it was like can be stacked up to 3 times at one time. So you can hold 3 potions at once, is what that's saying.
little description. So a new player can just get the overall idea just by reading a line, and then from there they can choose to see more things.
Gain increased lifesteal, physical protections, magical protections. This is a new passive. Yeah, this is new. Right now, I'm pretty sure Anubis, the way his things work, is that when you hit with an ability, I think it steals protections. and lifesteal? Let me hang on. I'm gonna look that up on my phone real quick. Smite Agubis. Let's see. Sorrow. All of Anubis's abilities steal physical and magical protections from the target and increase his healing obtained from magical lifesteal. These effects stack on every tick of Anubis abilities. Sorrow also grants Anubis an additional 30% reduction to all... Oh, I didn't know that. Gives him 30% reduction to all CC durations. Interesting. Protection stolen per stack is 7. Increased healing per stack is 20%. Duration 5 seconds. Max 3 stacks. So... they've essentially made it not Rotitude, a Bancroft's Talon like effect, where as he gets down, it stacks up to 8 times. So it stops going up at 20% health, but you gain a stack per 10% missing health. So this is 24% lifesteal buff and protections buff. Okay, that's interesting. It's definitely weaker. Well, I mean, it could be stronger in the protection side of thing, but it's definitely weaker in the lifesteal aspect. But still, that's very interesting. Okay.
One area of Smite 2 that needed to feel...
Sorry. Channel to deal 18, 15 plus 3 magic. Granted, these numbers are definitely wrong, probably now. 12 times every 2.5 seconds. You can move while channeling. You were displacement immune while channeling. Okay. I like that they have specified this. I don't know if that specifies. Does that specify on Plague Locusts? Immune. It just says immune to knockback. So this probably means like you can't be knocked up, you can't be knocked back, all that kind of stuff. You can only be stunned out of it, basically. Intelligent scaling, radius, cone angle. Why would they... Okay. Why would they have these unless there are items that can affect this? That's interesting. That's very interesting. I don't know why they would include this information. Because your average player is not going to know 5.6 meters off the top of their head in game. Nor are they going to know 110 degree cone angle. So it makes me think maybe they have items that affect these numbers, which would be very interesting if they do.
familiar while also receiving improvements is the in-game HUD. Now, much like the...
Oh my god, did you see those effects? I'm sorry, this is the first time we've seen Fenrir, I think.
Also receiving improvements is the in-game HUD. Now, much like the item shop,
the animation's
the HUD had
so
a different
good,
experience when you were
dude.
playing on PC versus on console. In an effort to create the shared experience between PC and console for the in-game HUD, we designed it in such a way that it would be accessible for both platforms.
So we're looking to utilize a lot of Unreal 5 strengths in polish and bringing animation and bringing a lot of life to the HUD and making sure we're seamlessly communicating cooldowns, buffs, debuffs, ability usage.
I just want to point this out real quick. 224, okay. This right here, having a wheel in the shop to access items quickly is actually so smart for console stuff. That makes like sifting through items so much easier, dude. It is such a pain in the ass when you are just like shopping for items on console. So seeing that, that's very, very nice. I like that a lot. These minions have a shield for some reason. I'm curious if that maybe is the horn thing from before, possibly. Again, I'm gonna play this bit here. Mainly because, well, it's kind of hard to tell. It does have a little zoom in effect on the jump. I'm not a fan of that, but it's definitely not that egregious.
Animation and bringing a lot of life to the
I'm just
HUD
gonna play it from
and
here.
making sure we're seamlessly communicating cooldowns, buffs, debuffs, ability usage. Also keeping in mind accessibility and making sure that we give players options.
I love that. Thank you. Give us so many options to move stuff around. I love that.
For fine fine-tuning their HUD to their preferences and their
that's
needs.
beautiful.
Something we're also doing on the UI art side for combat and abilities is refreshing all of the ability icons, because we want them to be clear. We want you to be able to see an ability and feel the vibe in the artwork, and make sure that when you're smashing that ability, you're getting the full experience on the 2D side, as well as what's going on in game.
Yeah, dude, the icons look so good. I'm not even gonna lie.
Trying to feel familiar to SMITE 1.
They look
are
great.
learning about your god, editing your player profile, and onboarding, which is going to be...
I'm sorry, what was that? A burst? That's new. Anubis. Oh. Interesting. Okay. So Anubis ult normally I think hits 30 fucking times, right? They've essentially said, okay, you still hit the same amount of times, plus you get an initial burst. So the initial burst is like what would be that 0.6 probably, and then it's going to tick up 24 more times. Okay, that's very interesting. That, in a way, this is to reward you. It's like, hey, for the initial burst, you're still dealing a good amount of damage, and then if you have trouble tracking, you still at least feel like you did something. Excuse me.
onboarding, which is going to be super important. But don't worry, you're going to hear more about that later on.
We wanted to approach the UI with a theme that matches the world of SMITE, the gods that you play as. We want the player to feel they have the tools they need to play and the information that they need without weighing them down.
Everything that you are seeing right now, it's still on this evolving process, and every day
still
it's
looks so
changing, and
good.
that's why it's exciting.
What does the face mean? This ability is a swinging arc of axe and lightning. New concept reflects that. Oh, this is changing from this icon to this icon. Okay.
And at the end of the day, what makes a great UI is not what the devs want, but what the players want.
I sincerely hope
I
you
can see
all
that.
will appreciate all of the fine detail and tuning and hard work that we are doing on the SMITE UI team to make this all come together and feel really, really nice.
I just want to say the work the UI, like into the UI, looks fucking great in my opinion. I am definitely looking forward to more. I cannot wait until May. I can't even describe it. I am so excited. I cannot wait. So hopefully you enjoyed this not quick video because it's like 22 minutes. But hopefully you enjoyed. I'm just going to go ahead and end the video here. Y'all have a good day. If you do buy the Founders Pack, hey, we got a lot to look forward to. Later, y'all.